Turtles in Time on Xbox Live Arcade. Cowabunga, dudes. I swear I'm not a Turtles fan. I'm not.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Originally released in the arcades in 1991 by Konami. That's the same company that made all the great TMNT games. The game was ported over to the Super Nintendo in 1992. You're looking at the Xbox Live Arcade High Def Remake. Also available on PlayStation Network, released in 2009. Game has a great soundtrack. Each level features different music, and the game also features co-op, available up to 4 players. Much more fun when played with friends. Multiple difficulty settings. There's story mode, survival mode, and quick play. Story mode is basically just that. It's your journey to defeat the Shredder. Pretty standard stuff. Quick play is basically level select. Survival mode tests your skills to see how far you can get with just one life. And if you haven't already guessed it, yeah, I love Ninja Turtles. I have my whole life pretty much, long as I can remember at least. This game supports achievements and trophies for their respective platforms. Each turtle plays and feels different while generally controlling the same. Leonardo is the most well-rounded of the bunch. Donatello has the best weapon range. Raphael's the fastest. My personal favorite, Michelangelo, has the strongest rush attack, and his attacks seem to flow together the best. Maybe that's just me, but the way he swings those nunchucks, each attack just seems to flow into the next very well. There's a really nice graphical variety of the levels. Each level looks different, very different, and that's nice. The variety in these levels really takes hold once the time travel theme takes effect. Voice acting's done by the cast of the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Personally, I wish they could have rounded up the original cast from the 90s cartoon. Maybe that's just my nostalgia talking, but to me, those are the voices of the Turtles. It always will be. And while I did enjoy the new movie, more than a lot of other people seem to, I still wish they would have had their original voices. I always loved the original Turtles voices. This 2009 remake is based off of the arcade version, so it doesn't include the additional levels that were added to the Super Nintendo version. Personally, to me, that seems like a cop-out to avoid having to design those additional levels, which deducts some major points for me because the Super Nintendo version holds a more special place to me than the original arcade version. And I wish those levels would have been included, so major points deducted for that fact alone. This version really should have included those levels. There's honestly no excuse for them not to have included them, in my opinion. While the Super Nintendo version lacks some of the animations and graphical effects of the original arcade version, it made up for it with those additional levels. They really should have been here. Super Nintendo version also added the feature of throwing enemies directly at and hitting the screen, which was a nice touch. Some bosses were also changed, including the final boss. As I said before, this game is much more fun when played in co-op, as with any brawler, really. Very simple controls overall. You have your one regular attack button, your rush attack. You have a jump attack, which is kind of like a flying kick. And then your double jump and double jump attack. All very simple stuff, but all very fun stuff. A lot of nice environmental hazards throughout the game, some of which are automatic, some of which you can trigger, as you've seen. Overall, I can recommend this game to any fan of brawlers, and also any fan of the Ninja Turtles. Other than that, I can't really say that I recommend it. And even as a fan of brawlers and the Ninja Turtles, you'd probably be better off just revisiting the Super Nintendo version, considering the lack of those levels. You can run through the game in less than 2 hours. I'd have to give it a C+. It's still fun, but when it comes down to it, it's a C+.